Good morning. I am John. Today is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. Time for my daily stand-up and vlog, documenting my progress in making content creation a sustainable venture. And we're about 10 weeks in or so at this point. At the end of January, we're going to kind of be at the quarter of the way mark, I think, the 3-month mark. And that'll be a real time for evaluation, I think. We're just a couple of weeks out from that. Right now, as I mentioned yesterday, subscribers were right at 18.7. We were just a few shy, and we crossed over that. I'm 50-50 onto whether we can make it to 19,000 by the end of January. We have a little under 2 weeks at this point. Our current run rate average was a couple hundred a week, and we need, what do we need? 300 to get to, is that right? Yeah, 300 to get to 19,000 at the end of the week. Now that's a lot of subscribers typically. Lately we had, it's been ebb and flow, and been some good stuff. I'm hoping, that's my goal. If we miss that, well, we miss it, but that's still the goal. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. Many of you commented in the comments of yesterday's video. She saw those. Thank you for that. She was tickled by that. And we went to dinner last night, which at the end of this video, I talk a little bit about some money emotions around that a little bit. Not bad, just curious. So yesterday, we edited on Twitch. We had a fantastic time. Remember, if your Amazon Prime sub is subscribed over there, pop over and renew that if you would. A lot of people who subbed in, it's expired now because it only lasts 30 days. It's free, remember. And once we had the podcast finished, which went wonderful, then as I mentioned after lunch, we focused on making shorts out of the podcast. 5 shorts, 4 podcast shorts, and one another topic. Got those done. Those we could live on those for the next week or so, right? Those will last me from now until Monday. So I got all the shorts done to try to publish at least one of those each day, and that's finished. One is scheduled for this morning already. It'll drop automatically. Not a podcast one. That'll start Thursday. Got that finished. I did finish completely writing and thinking through what I want to do for that editorial video, which I'm shooting today, this morning. That should be in the can and being edited by noon, by lunchtime. Before I hit lunch, I'll have that video in my computer and I'll be editing that. I hope to release that today, this afternoon. And a lot more things on the horizon that kind of, pocket plans like that. We're working stuff in the background. I got some materials to the consultant that I talked about on Monday. Regular progress going on, nothing earth-shattering to talk about. I'll talk a little bit about, though, going to dinner last night. And it's just really, I haven't talked about this in a while, but it's a little bit about being unemployed. And, I have a savings I'm living on, which is fine. But, I think about money so differently now, not having a regular income. Because I used to have a wonderful income that I was putting stuff in savings. Well, obviously, because that's how I'm able to do this, because I was aggressively saving. And because I was doing that, I always knew that I could spend whatever, because if I had a problem, I just would not save that month, So, well, now, what I have is a finite pool which does not refill. So, everything that every payment that comes out of it, every charge that comes out of it, which you have to live, you need money to gas and food and things like incidentals and stuff like that. I had to take my cat to the vet the other day. Little things come up, but every time it happens, it hits me differently, because in the back of my head I know that's carving days or hours off of the amount of time that I can put into trying to make this successful. So we went out to dinner last night to this really cool Korean hot pot, cook your own barbecue thing on the table. Fantastic, a great celebration. We had a nice time together. We had some laughs. We had some good food. And my wife paid. She volunteered ahead of time because she knows I'm kind of money conscious. But there's, it's kind of silly. But when you spend so many years enjoying being this provider who no one around you and your family needs to worry about how things are being paid, and now everyone knows I'm very conscious of it, and look, no one is making me feel bad for it, but me, probably, really, but there's something that's deflating about it. There's something that's, like I feel like like I feel like Superman after he went through the chamber and lost his powers a little bit. You know, it's like I don't have the power that the power of the purchasing power, the casual spending power that I had before, and I walk around and I look the same. I'm just not money man anymore. Like I can't spend money the way or on the things that I'm accustomed to doing, and that's a total first world problem. And I'm mentally okay with it. I'm pretty emotionally okay with it too. But it is very intriguing. I know early on when I got laid off, I was very conscious about money, and now that this has kind of settled into a pattern, and I can see, like I have the spreadsheets, and I know how long I have. By the way, everyone who jumped in on Patreon back at the beginning of when I got laid off, like that's paying my salary out of GenXGrownUp, big time. I mean, everyone who did, if you did, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Or you're one of those people that upped your contribution. It's unbelievable. It's just, it's staggering. And, we could really use, I could figure out a way. I try to plug those into videos too, to remind people that we have ways to support us. But supporting, knuckleheads on YouTube is not the standard thing for most people. Go to watch and, see how to change a light bulb and, watch TikTok dances and stuff. And a lot of people aren't there to find a creator they care about to support. So those are few and far between. So if you're one of those contributors or people that are thinking about it, might do it in the future, you're a rare breed. Those are 1 in a million of people that come by that are getting something for free and want to support it. Anyway, just, coming out the reason was the dinner was like $100 dinner, and it's like, wow, but it's 25th birthday. You're not going to not do it, right? You're going to go and celebrate as you should, as you want to, as you can. It just, things like that are hitting me in a way that's quite different. And maybe it always will, until this either becomes a success or a failure and I have to do something else. But as long as there's not a reliable and sufficient volume of income coming in, I think I'll continue to feel this way, really. It's weird not being able to grab the check and pay. It's weird not being able to say, don't worry about it, I'll pick up the tab. I like being that provider, and right now I have to rely on living smaller and relying on the kindness of friends and family who, everyone around me, by the way, phenomenal. So it's great. But it's still in the back of my head. I enjoy and always have enjoyed being able to give. And when you're waiting on being the recipient, it's quite a bit different. So and not being accustomed to being the recipient, it hits you a little bit different. So anyway, just an observation to share. Again, I always think that maybe one day these vlogs might be watched by somebody who's in a similar situation to me, who is going off on an entrepreneurial thing and they're living off of smaller means. So maybe that will interest someone, now or in the future. And for me, it's cathartic. Okay, time for me to get busy on this Wednesday. We got everything laid out, what I'm going to do today. As soon as I get done with this video posted, I'm going to shoot that editorial. Thank you so much for stopping in for today's vlog. If you're one of those kind and amazing people who are here every day, thank you. I love you so much. I appreciate you being here to support me. Have a fantastic day today. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.